Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about Stillwater, written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Ramon Perez and Mike Spicer, published by Image Comics under Skybound. And here I have the first 12 issues of the series, and I actually thought this would be a 12-issue series. However, it seems they are actually continuing it, and they already have the next 3 issues solicited, issue 13 actually coming out this month. Of course, it's great to see Chip Zdarsky finding success. He's a great writer. His work on Daredevil already legendary, and I think it will go down as one of the best runs for that character. I'm curious to see what he's going to do on Batman, but again, it's great to see him actually do some independent work, and as we'll see with Stillwater, doing a great job. Just as Ramon Perez and Mike Spicer do on the art. I mean, just looking at the covers here, you can already tell this is just wonderful. I mean, the art of this series is absolutely beautiful, and again, it's great that the series continues because, I mean, we just get to see more of it. And also, I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's also great that it continues because, oh my god, the cliffhanger at the end. Holy hell, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just look at these great covers first. So here we have issue 11 and finally the last issue so far, issue 12. So what is Stillwater? Well, Stillwater is pretty cool. I mean, just from the cover of the first issue, absolutely gorgeous here. And it is a horror story, but more so it's got horror elements, and we'll see why. The story revolves around Daniel, who right at the start just loses his job because he has a tendency to start fights. Well, the thing about starting fights is that you sometimes lose, and he does lose some of them, gets beat up. But one day he receives a letter informing him that a relative has passed away and has left him some money. All he has to do to get that money is travel to the town of Stillwater. And he takes one of his friends and go on a road trip. And right from that, I mean, the first issue has a lot. We get to see Daniel again losing his job, getting beat up, going on the road trip, and finally arriving into Stillwater, which is a pretty weird town. I mean, none of the road signs even mention it. People don't seem to know about it, but again, in the end, Daniel and his friend do make it into town, and eventually they find the town secret, which is nobody dies in Stillwater. They don't even get hurt, actually. They do, but they regenerate very quickly. They heal very quickly. And that's kind of the whole premise here. And of course, we get to find out eventually that Daniel has a lot of deeper ties to that town, a lot of personal ties to it, and we get to see him try to live in Stillwater. But again, that's a town where people don't die and can heal almost immediately. So, of course, screwed up things are going to happen, and of course, they do. This story really takes its time, and Chip Zdarsky takes his time, especially with the characters and the world building, but the characters, we get a lot of backstory for a lot of characters of the town of Stillwater, and we get to really know them. They act as actual human beings, as actual characters. So Chip Zdarsky is doing an amazing job there. But the backstories for them, I mean, some characters actually get whole issues, dedicated to them and their story. And with that, there's a lot of world building as well. And that's where the story shines with its characters because, like I said, the story, first of all, not a lot happens, although the stuff that does happen is important, so we've got no problems there, but it does feel kind of rushed. And again, I think some of this is because Zdarsky focuses so much on his characters, and we get so much backstory for so many of them that the actual story happening, in the quote-unquote present tense just moves along very fast. And speaking of the story, here we get to see some of the not so great things about Stillwater, and that's the fact that Zdarsky actually uses a few cliches that I feel take away from the series. I mean, the actual bad guy is just a corrupt politician, and he uses a military force. And it's like, okay, I think I saw this. And it doesn't break the series. Like, if you go watch my family tree review, you'd see how disappointed I was in that series because it advertised itself as a horror series and all we got was action. Here we do get a lot of action because again we've got some military guys with a lot of guns. But there are also a ton of horror elements. I mean, again, this is a town where not only that no one dies, but they actually heal themselves rather quickly. So we do imagine a building on fire and there's people inside, and the people inside that again are on fire can't die. So there are some pretty horrific elements in here, but I don't know, I just wish we'd gotten more of them, you know. Still, what we do get is good enough, and again, Zdarsky really is doing a great job. And again, I mean, just to look at the panel here, Perez and Spicer, amazing work on art. And I did mention that the story moves along pretty fast, while we do get a lot of twists and turns, and it really keeps you interested. And like I said, it's great that the series continues because holy hell, that cliffhanger after at the end of issue 12, we need to see where this series goes, and I do think that Chip Zdarsky can actually build a bigger universe with this. I do hope the sales will match the quality, because we could be looking at a great universe and a much larger story with Stillwater. The series is already collected in 2 trade paperbacks, and again, issue 13 will come out this month. I do hope you will check it out. It is worth it. It's definitely worth investing in it, because I hope and I believe it will go on for longer. I hope Image brings it into a deluxe edition. We need the art in oversize. Okay, and that was it for my review of Stillwater. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe leave a like. I hope you'll check out the series, and if you wanna see more reviews of indie comics, check out the rest of my videos. I've started to actually do a lot and I'm sure you'll find something you like. I definitely recommend The Devil's Red Bride and Terry Moore's Serial. If you wanna see more, maybe hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna post more reviews, recent pickups videos, collection videos showing off variant covers from my comic book collection. I'm definitely sure you'll find something you like. Okay, that was it for me for now. I'll see you all next time. Bye.